Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar, and it has been a long time since I've had a it came out on a Wednesday book to review or even read. And I thought, hey, I know it's an anthology book, and those are really hard to review because the contents of the book vary so much. You have I think four stories plus the little Mr. Crypt like short one pager in this book, and each one's very different from each other. So it's really hard for me to just be like, this is the most amazing thing ever. It was pretty fun. Like, I got to give it that. Let me open up to our little title page here. So let's see, we've got Seed of the Serpent, Icarus the Man Bird, Restitution. There is a fourth story in here, but I don't see it in the list. That's odd, because this story ain't quite that big. Anyway, let's crack this puppy open. You ready? Like this first story, it's a revenge story, and it's really like the setup for another story. Like this is like the prologue to something else. So we've got this dude, and he's got this big, huge biker dude with a strange mark on his hand, tied up in a cabin, and he's gonna, or actually not a cabin, I'm sorry, tied up in a church, and he's gonna torture him. And this whole thing is just kind of like a back and forth, setting up another story. And frankly, by the time I got to the end of this story, I was like, where's the rest of this story? I wanted to just keep, like, flip the next page and keep going. The art's pretty good, man. This is some, like, pretty intense line art this dude's got going on here. Like, look at this dude's face. He's smoking. Like, it just looks cool. He just looks freaking cool. And this dude looks appropriately, like, evil over here. Like, there is a lot of great stuff. The back and forth between them is pretty good. It's definitely something unique. I can't recall a comic book about these kinds of topics that I've read in the last couple of years, except for Mad Cave's Knights of the Golden Sun. Took me a second to remember because it's all about like good versus evil, fighting the Nephilim, like that kind of crazy stuff. It's great. So like this title over here with the giants, yeah, that's what's happening, man. Old school, old school stuff. I ain't telling you squat. Blam! He just punched the crap out of him. Pretty cool. So I like that first story. Then there's a relatively short story here where a girl is trying to get away from something pursuing her, and she prays, and this big thing comes out of the river, scoops her up, and we're not going to talk anymore about the story because it would spoil it. I found what happened in the story kind of predictable. Like, I knew that was going to happen. Mr. Crypt, the art's always nice looking, and it always brings a chuckle to my lips. Also, all these alternate books have these, like, cover posters in the middle now, and it's kind of crazy, and I don't know what to do about it. Like, I think I would have been okay with you not including this and saving, like, a penny per book or something, but hey, who am I to judge? It looks cool, and maybe, it's like the old days, some kid will rip that out and show it off, and it'll be awesome. The next story is kind of a classic superhero story. The art's nice enough, the action's okay, but I'm going to freely admit that, it's been a day since I read this, and I couldn't tell you what actually was happening here. I just remember that this, like, hawk dude looked cool, and the stuff that was going on looked cool. So it's definitely got that going for it. And that's kind of the theme. I like the art in every one of these stories. Every one of them looked good. In their own ways. The last story is definitely more cartoony than the stories in the other parts of the book. And it's okay. It's a crazy, like, sci-fi world, all kinds of mad stuff going on. It's very short. It's only one, two, three, what's that, 4 pages long. Just got a hole in him. It looks like. I mean, that's crazy, right? Like, who keeps on trucking after getting a hole like that big put through their shoulder? Not me. I'd be in shock. But hey, I'm also not like an evil alien bad guy, right? So the various stories in the book were all a pretty good read. There's a lot of variety there. There's probably something you will like in there. Probably more than one thing, if I'm honest. So, all I can say is check it out because it came out on a Wednesday. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, bye bye.